Everybody, all right, so I am back. I said I was going to post something yesterday, but I didn't, so I apologize. But I am here today. Yesterday the time got away from me, and I'm hoping that this video is better than the last. This is all for me. Doing this kind of stuff is a learning process, so I know sometimes you can't see my hands and I kind of stink at that, so I'm trying to get better with it. So we're going to be working on the round granny in a spiral by Secret Yarnery. She has a YouTube page and she also sells this pattern as well, so I will link her YouTube page, and then I will see if I can find the link for where you can buy the pattern. So I do better with videos than with actual patterns. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with actual patterns, but I do better with watching. It's all depending on how each of you chooses to learn. It's like how I learned how to crochet. I watched my grandmother. She taught me how to crochet when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old, and I did it by watching her. We are going to continue on this, and I believe where I left off was round 2, and now we're going to move on to round 3. With that being said, I like to keep the videos now a little shorter, so you can kind of just get them all in smaller bites rather than having like an hour-long video, because the whole attention span thing. So in any case, subscribe, notification button, thumbs up, comments down below always help me out, and so there's all of that stuff. And then still have the giveaway going on. I know it's been a couple of months, but we haven't met the goal yet, so it is what it is. If it takes 6 months, it takes 6 months. Right now all I'm aiming at is trying to post as consistently as I can. It tends to get in the this, and then trying to balance everyday life along with doctor's appointments is usually what the problem is. So yesterday was doctor's appointments, and then we are supposed to get a massive snowstorm for Oklahoma standards anyway, over the next couple of days or day and a half, and it's supposed to be like super bitterly cold here for Oklahoma standards. In Minnesota, when I lived there, this is really nothing, but we are supposed to get sleet, freezing rain, and snow, and negative temperatures, and then wind chill, and so it's just going to be cold. So like last week school was closed for a couple of days, one due to the weather as far as snow and ice, and then the other day was because of the bitter cold, and then the roads not being treated for people who live out in the rural areas. And then so today there was virtual learning instead, which of course my son was not happy about, but he got up, did whatever was due for the day today, and then we'll see if school will be closed tomorrow. And then since my husband is a first responder, his schedule is going to be all wonky, probably for at least the next couple of days. And so yeah, which is why yesterday I was like, okay, I have an appointment, and I better go to the store and pick up what I think we need for the house, and food and whatever, so I don't have to go out and drive around, drive to the store to get like dinners and whatever. So that was that, and by the time I got home I was exhausted, and I was like, nope, can't do it. Okay, so that's my excuse. I took a look at the instructions on the video, and right now, so this I believe is round 3, and according to what she said, it is going to be now just a regular round, no increases. So this one is going to, so this particular, so I'm almost to the end of the round. So she says 3 double crochets in this chain space here, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets. So that is what we're going to do, because we are at the stitch marker spot, and I need to fix that. That was not okay. And then we will be moving on to the next round, which is essentially 3 double crochets in every chain space. So as I try to keep my shaky hands stable and not wander off camera. So that's 2, 3, chain 1, and what was that? That was not a double crochet. So we need to fix that. Okay, so that was I'm like, what? Okay, so that was 2. All right, so that's 3. And then chain 1. Two. And 3. Is that right? Is it? Okay, so that's chain 1. Sorry, I'm just checking here because you know how it gets. Okay, that's the chain 1. All right, so we are back at the stitch marker, and I'm gonna take this out, and now it's just 3 double crochets in each chain space. We're not increasing. I'm gonna try with my shaky hands to get that stitch marker in a good spot. Okay. So here's the chain space. You can see that. And then we're going to do 3 double crochets. Oh, let me show you what the yarn is that I am using. So it's Puff Flower Mega Yarn Cake. It's this gorgeous, big, massive cake. It's got it's called the Witch's Magical Fairy Dust Cake, It's 100% premium acrylic, and it's approximately 1200 meters. So as you can see, it's massive. And the yarn is super soft and squishy, and really easy to work with. So it's a puff flower brand, and this was actually the first time I have bought from them. They're based out of the UK. So that's 2 and 3. Okay, you know when you hate it when you put too many stitches and then like you realize a couple rows later that you put too many. Yeah, I've noticed that on a couple of mine, even though I'm like, what are you doing? All right, so we'll do a couple of more and then I will pause it, and then when I have come back around, I will turn it back on and we'll see what is next. So that's 2 and 3. We'll do one more. So okay, so that's where that is. This is where the stitch marker is. I'm gonna pause it, come back when I have met back around. Be right back. Okay, so I did the just the regular around, and it's starting to curl up, and she said that's normal. So now this is kind of like an increase, so it'll be a regular, which is 3 double crochets, and then in the next space you do an increase, which is 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and then so basically you're alternating regular, increase, regular, increase all the way around until you get back to the stitch markers. So I did my last 3 double crochets in there, and then we're back at the stitch marker like I said, and now in this space here we're going to do 3 double crochets. And again, I apologize for my shaky hands and all of the wonkiness and whatever. I am trying to do my best to learn from each of my videos to make them better. It's like, it's infuriating at the same time. It is what it is. So I apologize in advance. So I'm just taking the stitch marker so I can mark where we're leaving off here. Come on, it's like trying to thread a needle, and it shouldn't be, but it is what it is. All right, so next is the increase, which is 3 double crochets, then chain 1 and 3 double crochets again. Okay, so we'll again it's 3 double crochets, it's 2 and 3, and then the next spot is an increase, which is 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and 3 double crochets. What? Ugh. I swear sometimes my hands get confused. Okay. I promise I know what I'm doing most of the time. So that's 3. Is it? Okay. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not. That's 2. Yes, I do know how to count up to 3. All right, that's the third one. All right, so I'm gonna pause it here, go back around, and then we'll do one more round. All right, so this is the last round that we're gonna work on. She said it's an increase. So this one is 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and then it's an increase. So we'll do regular, which is 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then this next space is 2 or 3 double crochets again. And from the way she explains it, so if you do just a regular round, that will cause your it will cause it to kind of wrinkle, or as she says, like dish up. So that's how you know that you just did a regular round. So next is an increase, which is 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and so that's the increase. So 1, 2, 3, and then here in the chain 1, we'll do another 3 double crochets. Okay. And then an increase, which is 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and then 3 more double crochets. Okay, so that's the increase. So I will work back around till we get to my stitch marker, and then I will actually, let's just, I'm gonna finish up while I talk. So hopefully this wasn't too horrendous, and tomorrow we'll work a little bit more on this, and then I know that on Thursday I have physical therapy. I'm not sure whether or not they're going to be open because the weather is possibly not going to be any better than it was today, or is today, which today it's been freezing rain and sleeting and snowing, and you know, in the email we got from school, apparently the weather that we're getting is the worst that it's been in years here. So I guess we shall see, one, if school is going to be open tomorrow, and then two, what's going to happen on Thursday, because my physical therapist yesterday was saying that they may not even be open due to the weather. So, and then she said that her child was also ill, so she may not be there. So, yeah. Recovery is coming along for me, and my tension is just kind of low. And yeah. All right. Sorry. I really like the pink for whatever reason. I think it's because it's hot pink. And they, from what I understand, this particular brand, which is probably why it took a little longer, is because they do all of the work by hand. They hand tie it. And so while the yarn is a little bit more, you do get a lot for your money, and shipping isn't too bad, because it does come from the UK, and so they also, other than like just like cakes of yarn, they also have where they've like either, I think it's crocheted actual finished items that they have for sale in the shop as well. So like they have finished granny squares, I think I saw. They've got cushions, available in the shop. So it's not just these giant cakes of yarn. I don't know where I found this, like, because I would get like periodic emails for sales and stuff, but this was the first time that I actually bought anything. So this is an increase. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm going to wrap this up here, and I hope to see you in my next one, which I'm hoping will be tomorrow. And I hope that this wasn't too bad. I do know that my hands tend to drift off the screen, and I'm working at it. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do, to keep shaky hands in one spot, plus, you know, talk at the same time. Yeah, you're like essentially doing 3 things at once, plus me trying to deal with the, you know, anxiety of going on camera, even though I'm not even talking, and hoping that I'm also getting the pattern correct. I think it's correct from what I saw. So I am not as talented as some of you out there that can do all of this at once and have a beautiful finished product. So forgive me if it's not exactly the most fabulous looking thing at the end. So anyhow, I will talk to you guys later. Again, if you got this far, I appreciate it. As always, if you can subscribe, comment down below, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification button down, or hit the notification button so you know when I am going to when I've uploaded something new. I would greatly appreciate it, and I do try to respond to everybody as quickly as I can. I still have this lingering cold that will not go away. I have gotten better, actually a lot better, to the point where I'm actually eating now. So I'm really appreciative that everybody has given me a lot of grace. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.